Welcome to Mr. Belle Kitchen today. First of all, I'd like to thank all my subscribers, thank all my viewer watchers. If you've been watching and you've been thinking about subscribing, that's all you have to do is ding, and you are subscribed to Mr. Belle Kitchen. As you know, I've been going down that list. I'm still going down that list. Someone asked me, can I stew some pork neck bones? Today, that's what I'll be doing. Today I'll be stewing some pork neck bones, and we'll be doing this step by step. Hope it come out delicious, and hope you're satisfied with the video. And today, as you know, we'll be using this Power XL. Today I'll be starting off by sauteing these pork neck bones. I'm put it on saute, and I'm gonna press right here, and I'm going to set my time to 375 temperature is set, and now I'm going to set the time to 2 hours. We're going to start it off with 2 hours. Remember, you can always add time to it, but you can't take time away. And I'm going to set it right here, and I'm just going to press start and let it warm up. While it's warming up right now, I'm going to tell you the ingredients I'm going to use for this pork. My hands is clean. As you see, I've washed it off. They nice and clean. I got all the stuff out the middle of the bone and everything, and they looking good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to saute it for a little while, and then I'm going to just let it cook. This is 3 pounds of neck bones. I'm going to be using 4 cups of water. I'm going to eyeball a little bit of olive oil in it, and I'll be using 1 package of Lipton onion sauce, and I'll be using 4 potatoes. That's the golden potatoes. I cut them up nice and little, and 3 carrots, which I dice up, have them in water, and I'll be using half teaspoon of seasoned salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 3 small garlic cloves, and 1 small red bell pepper, and a half a purple onion. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to pour a little bit of the olive oil in there. Like I said, I'm going to take you step by step. Just pour it in just like that and get it nice and hot, so I can just saute these onions and these neck bones, and then put my water in. Just let that get hot for a minute. Let it warm up and get nice and good and hot. Okay, I think my oil is hot enough. I'm just going to put these onions in like this and put it in there. I slice them up and everything, so just let them just saute them just like this. And I'm going to put my garlic in with it, and just put it in like that, and I'm just going to stir this up a minute, let them get a little brown and everything. Just stir that up. Let them get a little brown and nice and good before I put my pork neck bones in here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my water ready, and I'm going to start it off with 4 cups of water. I can always add water to it while it's cooking if it's not enough water, but usually it makes water, so I don't want to add too much water into it. I'm just going to stir that up just like that. Stir it up again. Get it nice and good. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to add these neck bones in it. Like that. And just stir them up. Like that. Stir that up and let them get a little brown. Like that. Stir that up. And I'm gonna let them get a little brown. Okay, they're getting, as you see, they're getting a little brown. Just covering that meat, let them get just a little bit brown before I put the top on. As you know, I'm not gonna be using the top part. I'm gonna use the lid today. Get nice and brown. Stir that up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to pour my water all in there, over it, just like that. Like I said, I'm using 4 cups. I'm going to start it with 2 cups and a half. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my seasoning in there. Put all this seasoning in there. Just pour it in there like that. Everything like that. And put my seasoning in, I'm gonna just stir it up, and I'm put the salt in. And I'm gonna let this cook for a while before I put the rest of the ingredients in with it. And just stir this up for a minute so that can get all over. Just soak it up. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna put the top on it and let it just cook. Welcome back. We're going to take this peek together and see how this is cooking. As you know, I take it off on the side, not to the back, so the water won't drip in the back. And I'm going to just sit it right here. And I'm going to look at these pork neck bones and look like everything's cooking pretty good. And as you know, I didn't pour all the water in at the first time, so now I'm going to add the other cup and a half of water in there. And I'm going to just let that cook. It's cooking good. So, and I'm going to stir that up and just let it cook a little more before I add the rest of my vegetables in here. So, it's looking good. So, I'm going to just let it cook a little bit more. And it's cooking good. I'm going to set the top back on it. Okay, now I'm going to look at it again. As you see, the water is just about cooking out and everything. So what I'm going to do, everything looking good, I'm going to just add 3 cups of water, and that's going to be a total of 7 cups of water. I'm going to just add that in there like that, and stir that up, and I'm going to just let this cook for a minute. I'm going to add the rest of the vegetables in a few minutes, but I'm going to let this cook just a little bit more. As you see, it's looking real good. What I'm just going to do now, I'm just going to add these peppers in. Now, like that, just spread them in there like that. Mix it up, and that's looking good. Cook just like that for a minute. Add these carrots in. My hands is clean. I'm just going to take them out and spread them in just like that. And like this. And like that. Take them out the water and put them in. I'm going to grab these potatoes and put these potatoes in. Put them in just like that. Put them in, let them just cook real good. Put all these potatoes in. I'm just going to stir it up. Let them just cook in there. As they're cooking real nice and everything. So for all you watching for the very first time, Mr. Belle like to clean up his dishes while the food is cooking. It's good to clean up the dishes. Don't leave it for the wife. Don't leave it for the spouse or the kids. just clean them up as they're cooking, so when they get done, we can enjoy the food. Okay, what I'm gonna do, take the top off. We're gonna take a look at this right here. As you see, it's looking good. Everything's cooking good. Meat is done. This is just about ready. This is done. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna take it out in a minute. And this, I'm gonna take it out another 3 minutes. I'm gonna take the top off it and I'm gonna press cancel. I still have 32 minutes left, so I'm gonna cook the whole 2 hours. Press cancel. And I'm just gonna take this out like this. Excuse me, let's take this out, put my other mitten on. This is hot. I'm gonna take it out and let you see me pour it right in this bowl, just like this. Sit this pan over to the side. And I'm gonna taste this after it cooled off a little bit. But this right here looks delicious, and that's the pork neck bone stew. If you like it, leave a comment in the box. If you want to subscribe. That's all you have to do is ding, and you'll subscribe to Mr. Belle Kitchen. Thank you for watching.